You're watching Virginia This Morning.
It is estimated that more than 10% of Americans suffer from thyroid disease. It's one of the most underdiagnosed conditions, whether it be hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism. It can throw off many of your body's operating systems. Well, this month of January is Thyroid Awareness Month. Dr. Jeffrey Garber and Ronni Hochman, who has a thyroid disease, join us live this morning by satellite from Boston. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Dr. Garber, we're going to start with you. For people who are not familiar with what the thyroid is and what it does in our body, give us a brief overview.
The thyroid is a small gland located at the base of the neck, and despite its small size, it's quite a potent organ. It regulates how our body uses energy or influences metabolism, and it can affect every cell, tissue, and organ in our system. When we have too little thyroid hormone, we have what's called hypothyroidism, or an underactive thyroid, and things slow down. If we have too much thyroid hormone, we have a hyperactive thyroid or hyperthyroidism, and things speed up. So every organ system can be affected. In the case of hypothyroidism, your concentration can decrease, you can be tired, you can sleep more, your bowels can be sluggish, you can feel cold, and the list goes on depending on the organ system that's affected.
Ronni, you were are diagnosed with hypothyroidism about 20 years ago. How did you get diagnosed? Because sometimes the symptoms are so vague, we're not even sure what we have.
Excellent point. It actually took a process of elimination. I went to my doctor and we did a couple of procedures, testing, based on the fatigue, based on the stomach issues, sluggishness. So I initially had a colonoscopy, which proved negative, and followed by a lactose intolerance test, which also proved negative. And, the irony of the whole thing is, had they just done a simple blood test, I would have been diagnosed without those procedures and would have been on the road to recovery a lot sooner. So there were a lot of, symptoms that are common, but a simple blood test really would have resolved it quickly.
Before your diagnosis, how was your life affected?
Well, I had 2 small children and I was tired and I had severe stomach pain, so it was affected dramatically. I mean, I just wasn't up to snuff, kind of. It slowed me down. You forge through your day, but it would have been a lot better had I had the proper diagnosis earlier and would have been able to be a better, healthier person.
Dr. Ronni mentioned that it's just a simple blood test for a diagnosis. What symptoms should we be looking for if we want to go to our doctor and ask him about this test?
Well, for starters, to get the long list or many of the symptoms, go to Thyroid Awareness, that's one word.com. But basically, we all have symptoms that can mimic thyroid disease, and that's why it's difficult to diagnose. But if you're not right for a long period of time and you don't have an explanation, for example, for your fatigue, particularly if there's somebody in your family who has a thyroid problem, discuss having a blood test. A simple TSH level, stands for thyroid stimulating hormone, with your doctor. I'm sure they'll be appreciative of you raising the question and actually pointing them in the direction, and I think you'll see a receptive audience. But again, if you have a symptom that you can't explain and it persists, virtually anything is game.
And again, there is a website where we can go to look for more information on the symptoms. Give that to us again, once again, Doctor.
Thyroid Awareness is one word. Thyroid is T-H-Y-R-O-I-D, and awareness.com, and that's our website, and it gives you plenty of good information. It's certainly a great start.
And sometimes it is the answer to the question that people have about their symptoms. Thank you, Dr. Garber and Ronni, for joining us this morning from Boston.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, and we will post a link to more information on our website at WTVR.com/VTM by early this afternoon. Virginia This Morning is back right after this.